Hello and welcome back to yet another video on my channel, also known as channel, and yes, that's Luke Birch's introduction, and if you don't know who that is, you should check him out. He's fantastic. I've watched him for so long and I think you guys will enjoy his content, so head on over and tell him I sent you. So yes, this is James Studio. Welcome if you're new. Hi, I'm James, nice to meet you. Thanks for clicking on this video. And if you've clicked on this video, then I guess you are interested in the BBC Production Apprenticeship and what the college side of things entail. So let's get straight into it. So I actually had someone send me a message on Instagram asking a couple of questions about the college side of things and how often we do the college, what do we do at college, and that is what I'm here to answer. So let's start with the first one. How often do we do the college? Now, I started the apprenticeship at the end, it was sort of mid to end September we started, and I have only done 4 weeks of college in that time period so far. We did 1 in September, we did 2 just after Christmas, like 2 consecutive weeks, Monday to Friday, and then I've just gotten back from another week of college. So it's not really a lot. I think throughout the entire apprenticeship, I think it's only 6 weeks of college, which is nothing throughout an entire year. So like the ratio of like college to placement and real life TV experience is fantastic, second to none. It works for me because I'm not really like a talk at me, teach me things. I like to be practical and hands-on and learn. So that's why I really enjoy the apprenticeship. But this is about the college side of things, so let's get into it. So the structure of the college, and I don't know if it changes each year, but I'm only talking about my experience and what I'm going through. So for me, and like this year, it started out as the first week we did a lot of like theory based, so I've got loads of notes. So if you've never done like media before, you get taught things. So we've taught this one, we was looking at the creative media industry and like the sectors within it. So that's like your radio, your TV, your film, publishing, games, photo imaging, advertising and communications, visual effects, animation, and fashion and textiles. And yes, I did just read my notes because I forgot, sorry to my curriculum manager person, woman, thank you, sorry. Yeah, so if you have never learned anything about the media industry and you don't know anything, don't worry, because it gets taught to you in the first college week, and you do a lot of like theory based thing and just generally understanding audiences and media in general. And then the second week, which was in January, I'm not too sure on the dates because it's all a bit blurry, but this is what I can remember. We did like planning. So the way that the college side of things work, you have one assessment at the end. It's called Endpoint Assessment, and that for me will be around end of September, October time, I think. And the Endpoint Assessment is quite simple. It's just a assessment at the end. So you have to prepare a pitch, complete a video, like a video project, and you need to be able to talk about it and do like an interview essentially about it. Which sounds a little bit scary, but when you've worked on something for essentially a year, you should be able to talk about it with confidence and answer any questions. So if you're worried about that, don't be, because they prepare you fantastically for it. So yeah, the second week we started like the planning and like was given the brief for that, and we got to be able to think about ideas and all sorts of bits like that. And then so throughout that week we came up with the idea, we individually pitched it, so we had to prepare a presentation and then pitch it to so where we're based in Chesham, and the idea we had to make a promotional video for Chesham, and we actually had the Mayor of Chesham come in, so I had to pitch my idea to her, and then her and the leader, I can't think of what her title is, but she's just called Martina, lovely. Martina, like the course leader, and the Mayor of Chesham decided which films would be produced. And then 5 of them got produced, and we've been put into teams to go and make them. So following that week of like the planning and the pitching and getting the result back from the pitches, the next week we had camera training. So if you've never touched a camera, that's fine, because they will teach you. Separate to the college side of things, the BBC themselves give you a training course in cameras as well, depending on what your placement will be. You should get camera training anyway, but regardless of whether you are part of entertainment or news gathering or children's, you will get some camera training as part of the college like coursework scheme. So if you've never touched a camera, don't worry, you will get that training. If you've touched a camera before and you know loads, don't worry, because it will cement your knowledge, and the people they have come in know a lot and can tell you things and teach things maybe you didn't know. And even if you don't know, you already know it all, it's great to just practice. And a lot of people who haven't touched cameras, it's really great if you do know a lot to be able to teach them and like just kind of cement your knowledge and pass that on. Like, it's a great learning experience. And then the week after that is the week I've just completed, which is editing. Now, if you follow my Instagram, you'll have kept up to date that they taught us, basically we had a choice of Final Cut Pro or Avid. Now, I am certified by Adobe to use Premiere Pro, and that is just my go-to. Like, I've used Premiere for as long as I can remember, but I have dabbled in Final Cut before, so I don't know how to use Final Cut, but I have done one edit before in Final Cut. So I requested Final Cut and was given Avid because it was for more advanced editors, and they saw me as more advanced, which is a compliment. But oh my god, if you saw my Instagram story, I was stressed to high heaven. I threw a massive straw up. I was like, I can't do it, I won't do it, I give up. But sure enough, they taught me, I persevered and managed to whack out a fantastic edit. Did quite a few actually. My previous video was actually edited using Avid, which is mind-blowing because I started the week thinking I can't even, it took me 7 hours to do one cut, like, but that's what the whole point is, to teach you new things. Like, Avid is a software used at the very top, like people use Avid quite a lot, so it's important for me to be able to use different editing softwares. So if you've never edited before, don't worry, they teach you everything. And even if you've edited using Final Cut, or if you've edited using Avid or Premiere or any of the other editing softwares out there, you will get taught what is used in industry, and you'll be taught to a high standard how to use that software. And if it's a software you've used, like say if you've used Final Cut before, they may choose to put you on Avid, so you've got more tools in your arsenal, if that makes sense. So yeah, we've just finished that, and then the next lot of college coursework will be the week where we go back. I think it's in June or July time, where we'll go and we'll actually film and edit our videos that we're making for this project. And then after that, I think it's a week in September where we prepare for the Endpoint Assessment, which is, talking to the assessors and talking to our course leader, and just kind of summarising, kind of like an evaluation of the project, how it went, essentially pitching the idea again, and just going over that. Like, I don't know too much because I haven't been through that yet, but I will do a video on Endpoint Assessment when I have been through it. So yeah, that's kind of like the college side things in a nutshell. We also have, so something I forgot to say, throughout the year, like the year of the apprenticeship, you have an individual assessor who comes and visits you in your placement once a month, and that's kind of just like keeping up to date. Like, the coursework is really simple, so like you used to get set tasks like to understand health and safety and apply it to your placement, which is, they never really ask for like a 1,000 word essay from you. Like, it's not like that, so don't panic if you're not into essay writing. You do have to do a few essays, but it's not an intense essay. It's really simple, and they teach you everything you need to know to put into that essay. They teach you everything you need to know for the essay before they give you the essay. So it's not a lot. It's not independent learning in a way. It's not like that if that's what you're worried about. It's really actually quite easy. Like, I don't know if I find it super easy because I've done this kind of thing for quite a while now, or whether it really just is easy, but no one seems to be like stressing or struggling on the course. Like, everyone seems to find it really chilled. So yeah, you meet with your assessor once a month, and she just ticks off your progress, and it's like really simple. Like, you don't have to do like your traditional pre-production, you have to do storyboards, but it's like you do your pitch, and that counts towards your grade. And like, it's not individually graded, it's like you just got to tick a box to say you've done it, and if you've done it, then you've done it. It's not a pass or a fail. It's not like pass, merit, distinction. If you've done it, you've done it, and you've met the criteria, and then all that accumulates to get your pass or distinction at the end of the apprenticeship. But like I said, I've not been through that part yet. I'm still only halfway through the scheme, so I will do a video then. So yeah, that's basically the college coursework side of things in a nutshell. If I've left anything out and you want to know anything more, leave a comment, send me an email or an Instagram or Twitter or anything. There's loads of ways to contact me down in the description box. And one final thing, because I did promise in my last video that I would announce this, so the new show that I am going on to, I have been on Strictly Come Dancing, Comic Relief, and now, drum roll please, I'm starting on Eurovision. Like, what? The Eurovision Song Contest. That is what I will be starting on. So it's a Saturday and I start on Monday. So I may, by the time I've posted this, I may already be on it, but stay tuned because I'm sure I will have a Eurovision themed video out soon. So yeah, that is the show I'm going on to next, and I'm very excited to get started with them. Like, wow, Strictly Comic Relief in Eurovision, like, that's pretty insane. Like, what, who'd have thought little old me would be doing this? Like, I'm very grateful. So yeah, that's it for this week's video. I've not done a weekly video in a while. That's it for today's video. If you aren't already, subscribe and it'll tell you when I upload, because I don't have a schedule at the minute. So yeah, make sure you got that bell on and it'll tell you exactly when I upload, and you can be the first to check out new content. Make sure you follow my Instagram because I try and interact a lot with you over there. I'm trying to use my Twitter as well a little bit more, so make sure you're following. Everything is linked down below. Yeah, and get involved, and I will hopefully see you next time when you decide to watch more of my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.